I'm not familiar with your mainland semantics. I don't know. So I'm excited to be here. I live in Seattle, Washington. Not originally from the Northwest, born and raised in Hawaii. I am Hawaiian, or as they pronounce it in Arizona, suspicious. I had a woman come up to me after a show one time. She goes, I was in Hawaii one time. I was in this place called Kalali, Lali, 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 Lali. And she asked me, what does that mean again? Well, the way you pronounce it, it means, please take my purse. Funniest one, this guy goes up, how long have you lived in the States? You mean other than the one I was born and raised in? He got snippy, he got mad at me. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But it's wrong. You can't say wrong stuff and blame me. What if I said to him, how long you been a woman? Long time? Oh, man, woman, it's just words, you know. I'm not familiar with your mainland semantics. I don't know. I love your Hawaiian pizzas. Because we Hawaiians are so famous for our Canadian bacon, you know. I grew up near the Canadian bacon trees of Oahu, and we'd climb up and knock the bacon off the branches. And you want a Hawaiian pizza? Put Spam on that bad boy. There's your Hawaiian pizza. Oh, many of you have been there. It's true, Hawaiians love Spam. I didn't realize till I moved away that nobody else does, you know. We love Spam and regular, not light. They have Spam light. Because if you're health conscious, you're probably shopping for Spam. Is this gluten-free? Is it? Spam light, it says in the can, it's low salt. You know what? Spam without salt is clay. As you heard, my name is Kermet Apio. Apio is a Hawaiian name. Kermit is not. I had someone ask me, Kermit, is that your stage name? Yes, I chose that one. Yep. It's my real name. My parents gave it to me. My mom was trying to be nice. Kermit is a Celtic word meaning great warrior. It's also an American word meaning frog, Mom. I hated the first day of school so much. They're taking attendance. Kermet Apio. You see every kid with a weird name going, yes. Not gonna be me. Frog boy's gonna get it all year long. Hey, Seamus, Sunflower, you hearing this? I come home, my mom would ask me, how was your first day? My name is Kermit, Mom. Take a guess. Oh, and thanks to the green bell-bottoms, they're helping, Mom. Oh, by the way, for those of you under 40, the bell-bottoms are pants that went out at the end. I don't blame my parents. I wasn't named after the frog, because that would have been mean, wouldn't it? Well, son, snuffleupagus was too hard to spell. I was named after a football player. That is true. My mom went into labor on a Sunday morning. My dad was watching football. There's a linebacker for the Miami Dolphins named Kermit Johnson who had a really good game that day. Well, lucky me then. I'll tell you what, I'm so glad he wasn't watching the Chicago Bears and Dick Butkus, because I'm Kermet Apio. Go ahead and beat me up now. No, I don't need lunch money, I'm Butkus. And that's where my comedy career started. I love my job, it's a great job, but I've been doing it a long time. So it kind of scares me because you know what I realized? This is my job skill. If I ever have to do a job interview, it will not go well. I won't know what to say, just, how about a big round of applause for the other applicants? Woo! Qualifications? I'm lazy and sarcastic. What do you got? 8 hours in a row? That's like a week and a half for me. I work an hour a day. When I have a bad day at work, it's bad for an hour, you know. I got 23 to get over it, you know. That was a bad show. I think I'll hit the snooze alarm 247 times. My buddy said, well, you're self-employed. That's cool. I don't know. Self-employed and in debt doesn't mean all that much. All that means is the company picnic sucks. But I was Employee of the Year again, though. That was awesome. I know, that's 2 out of 3 years. That's awesome. You guys are nice, man. What else can I tell you? I'm 49, turned 49 recently, and thank you, 2 people. That's exactly right. That's the exact 2 people just going, whoop, that's all that deserves, truly. You don't really cheer on 49. It's not, you know, not even your own. Like, you don't wake up on your 49th birthday, just, yay! Ooh, this bump is new, awesome! Don't get me wrong, you're happy to get to a birthday in your 40s, you're just not going nuts over it. Because really, all it means is that you have been around kind of a long time. You know, I was thinking about this. I was in school so long ago, I remember making ashtrays in art class. Remember that, anybody? Yeah, youngsters, that's what we did. We made ashtrays in school. Could you imagine suggesting that little idea today? That teacher be on the ground with a PTA mom's foot on his head. We're on lockdown, we're on lockdown. Sarah, get my iPad. We need to make a Facebook group now. We made ashtrays in school. You had to use your 9-year-old finger to make a cigarette wedge. That was weird. I'm gonna put glitter on it. We made addiction cute. That's what we were doing. All right, kids, get your welder's mask. We're making shot glasses for mommy. Let's do this. Oh, and if you haven't finished your macaroni bongs, get them done. Let's go. It's almost Christmas time in the 70s, and that's how we rolled. Anytime someone tells me 40 is old, you know what I do? I would tell you what I do. I take my Walkman out of my members only jacket and I don't listen to them. That's what I do. All right, once again, for those of you under 40, the Walkman was a musical listening device. Kind of like the iPod, only steam-powered, really. It's amazing how far we've come in technology, just in our lifetime. Amazing. I'm watching a movie with my kids. Okay, a little bit of an older movie. All of a sudden, my son goes, "Why is the phone on the wall?" Just put me on a scooter and point me to a home. I'm done. It's V-neck sweater time for me. I'm old. That makes you feel so old, and you got to explain to a kid, yeah, if you wanted to talk to somebody, you had to stand near the wall. Sure, the rich kids at the long cord, they could get to the fridge, you know. When you look at a kid's face, when you tell them that, you might as well scratch it in hieroglyphics. Here's phone, here's wall, then we hit buffalo on head and make feast. It's a whole different world, man. Technology has changed the way we look at our lives. Everything is instant, everything is now, and it has to be. Hey, anybody remember when I don't know was a perfectly good answer to a question? Remember that? Hey, who was that guy? He was in that movie with Stallone. Who's that guy? I don't know. Huh, me neither. Let's move on with our lives. Right? Life was simpler then. You try and do that now. Who's that guy in that movie? I don't know. Why is your phone dead, idiot? Are you on 3G? Hashtag loser. You. Everything is instant. You want to listen to a song, it's on your phone. Your phone is wherever you are. Seconds later, there's a song. Amazing. Anybody remember trying to find a song on a cassette? Remember those days? Bring a book and a lunch. It's an afternoon finding that thing. Stop, rewind. Stop, play. That's not it. Stop, rewind. Oh, it's on the other side. Stop, eject, turn over, close. I should shave again. Remember trying to reel up the beginning part? There's my over 40s. There they are. They're getting this. This is the over 40 gang sign right here. Don't make me bust out my pencil, yo. By the way, if you're under 30, I don't have time to explain what just happened. I love watching people under 30 watch me do that. I don't understand what's happening. Is that a flash drive? This guy is stupid. You know, they say that 40 is the new 30, but apparently that's if you work out. I guess 220 is not the new 180, you know. Although 9:30 is the new midnight, I know that much. Oh, my over 40s love that joke. Just, yes, we're exhausted. But that's what I love about the 40s, that you can laugh at a joke like that in public and have no problem with it. The 40s, you make an amazing transition where you accept your life, you buy into your own reality, and it's okay. You don't run from it, you don't pretend, you don't hide. You know what, public? I'm tired. Deal with this. Yeah, dress socks and cargo shorts. Boom, so what? Yes, I'm wearing a visor. Hats are too much for me now. Who needs all that drama? I love the 40s. You accept reality and life gets easier. In your 20s, I'm going to change the world. In your 30s, I'm going to change my community. In your 40s, what? I might leave the house. Oh wait, I still have root beer and string cheese, not today. But tomorrow, good sweatpants, we're doing this. That's what I learned. In your 40s, you make an amazing transition. And here's something I learned about it. If you're not ready to make that transition, your body We'll make it for you. I hurt my back a couple years ago. Nothing major, I just tweaked my back. But you know how I tweaked my back? Here it is, get ready. Sleeping, that's what I did wrong. At this point, lying down is an extreme sport for this. I am not kidding. Going from here to about there. That's it. That's when my body goes, whoa, slow it down, LeBron, take it easy. I am one good sneeze from my spleen exploding. That is my life now. Here's one. I hurt my knee washing dishes. I didn't hit my knee. I didn't fall on my knee. I was washing dishes and went from perfectly fine to ow. That's it. That's the whole story, folks. Take that story to the bars. Oh, really? You crushed your knee in a motorcycle accident? Well, let me tell you something. I got a ceramic dish that's a little too heavy. Me and you, brother, up top. Oh, not so hard. I got a wonky shoulder over here. Slow down. But here's the one. Here's the one. This is the most recent, and it is, I'm getting in the car. All of a sudden, I notice this hand grab this leg and bring it in the car. That is a real thing in my world right now. This leg that used to propel me to dunk a basketball is now a carry-on. And let me say it again. I noticed it. I didn't start doing it. It's been happening for a while without my knowledge. It's like the body went, you know what? The leg needs help, but let's get it done. Don't tell the brain. Keep it on the down low. If we tell the brain, it's Dave Matthews playlist and sobbing all day. Nobody wants that. Do what you can. I joined a health club. It's $30 a month, which breaks down to about $30 a workout. It's 4 blocks from my house. I drive. Don't judge. Don't judge me. It's not technically a health club. It's one of those, what do they call those? Those Mexican restaurant. Here's the thing. After a large burrito and hot salsa, I'm tired and sweaty when I walk out of there. I mean, that's... But like I said, in your 40s, you don't worry, you don't take it as seriously. You find the humor, you don't get mad. Like, here's one thing I learned, and I find humorous. When you turn 40, you become invisible to women under 30. And that's fine. I'm a happily married guy. I just don't want to be crossing the street and get hit by a red Pontiac Solstice. You know? I mean, what was that? I didn't see anything. What happened? I sensed something that had no long-term goals, but I didn't see it at all. Must have been a sad rabbit or something, right? I'm glad I'm married. I love being married, equally hated being single. I was not good at being single. Hard to meet women when your pickup line includes an apology and a Star Wars quote. And insecure and broke is one thing. Insecure, broke, and single, that's the frosting on the loser cake. I did this one time. This is true when I was single. I'm in the bank. I'm doing the transaction. I ask the teller out. And then I realized I just asked someone out who's looking at a computer view of my financial situation. There is nothing you can say at that very moment. I've got other accounts. There's one I keep negative. My wife is great. My wife's from Texas. I married a Texan. And I remember when I proposed to her, I told her I'm from Hawaii and I sure would love to stay in this country. So, my wife is great. We've been married 16 years. Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Yeah. That is very nice of you, but we've been together 23. I have to say that because she wants credit for time served. Married or not, been together a long time, 23 years. And we met in a bar because 23 years ago, pretty much what you had to do. We didn't have your texting and your Match.com. You had to be rejected face to face. Then you had to walk away in your Jedi robe. That sucked. No, you do want to dance. These aren't the dorks you're looking for. You're a dork. "23 years we've been together. I realized last year how long my wife and I have been together. We had a power outage in our neighborhood one night, and we're looking out the window, everything. Street lights out, every house, the whole neighborhood is pitch black, and I hear my wife's voice say this. "So, did you pay the bill?" No, I made them so mad they went, "You know what? Shut the whole town down. I hate that guy." Hey, I realize she's half joking, but that still means half her brain went, it could have been him. "23 years we've been together. My wife and I have been together so long that she could be mad at me and I could not know why. And I'm cool with that. Because I've learned that knowing doesn't help at all. I don't know what causes a hurricane, but I do know when it's time to hide in the bathroom. I know that part. She was mad at me in the morning one time. I just woke up. What could I have done? I'm not kidding. I wake up, I walk out, I sit down. "Oh, I can't believe, because you're just talking about something I was going to say, and then you were just Are you mad at me?" "Well, yes, I am." Here comes a rookie mistake. "Why?" Right? I asked. Here's why she was mad at me, and I'm not making this up. My wife was mad at me. Because I cheated on her in her dream. Yep, you ever took a test where there were no correct answers? I did. There's nothing you can do. You just sit there and hope for a UFO abduction. That's all you got. "I can't believe you did that." Well, I didn't do that." "Oh, yes, you did. You had a penguin head and a reggae hat, but I knew it was you the whole time." So I did the only thing I could think to do. I went back to sleep and apologized to her in my dream. So... What else? I'm a dad. We have 2 children, Grover and Kermit Jr. I love them. I love being a dad. Best thing ever to happen to me by far. And to be honest, it was not my idea. It's the greatest thing in my life. My wife had to talk me into it. I had to be convinced. I was like, yeah, I can't build anything from the IKEA, but let's make a person. That's a good idea. I just spent 10 hours on a Farverhugen or something. Can't tell if it's a coffee table or a bunk bed, but yeah, people, sure. Oh, hey, if this extra bag of bolts doesn't scare you, let's do this. I'm your guy. She was right. You learn what you need to learn, and you learn quickly. You know what I learned very early on? Did you know this? Did you know there are 2 6:30s? No, I'm serious. There's an early one. And it happens every day. And it sucks. You're leaning against the window. What is the sun doing over there? Honey, the neighbors have chickens. Did you know that? It doesn't end at baby time. It keeps going. Apparently, there's a thing called breakfast, and apparently kids are supposed to have it. I am not a breakfast person. I used to eat breakfast in my 20s, but I cannot stay up that late anymore. Oh, we didn't call it breakfast. We called it Don't worry, that joke's not for everybody, just the alcoholics. They're with me. They know where I am. I'll see them at Denny's. That's going to happen. Everything's exciting when you're a dad. You celebrate every moment. My daughter turned 1. That was a big day. Not just because my first child is having her first birthday, but because, wow, I've kept a human being alive for a year. There's a dog, a hamster, and a few plants that would be very surprised to hear that. I've had screensaver fish die. How does that happen? Sea monkeys call me El Diablo. You're always a dad. It becomes who you are. Even when you're not around the family, that is how powerful it is. I was hanging out. A couple buddies of mine, they're both younger. They're both single. We're in a bar. I stood up. I promise you. I said this. Yeah, I got to go potty. What did you just say? I said I got to punch somebody. Why? I was going to go over there and punch somebody and then go potty. God! I need to go night-night. It's 9:30 already. I love being a dad. And you enter into a whole new universe, one that you do not know is there. TV shows, a bunch of TV shows I didn't know existed. Now I know everything about them. And I understand I was one of these people, but it cracks me up when people who don't have kids say things like, well, when I have kids, I'm not just going to plop them in front of the TV. Oh, that's precious. So you're not planning on, I don't know, pooping for 10 years, are you? Will there be unicorns in this magical land of yours? Where the body cleans itself somehow? You can't say what you're going to do in parenthood. Parenthood will teach you as you go. Things that you have no idea. Here's something I did not know, and I know now. You create language as a parent. I learned this when I heard my wife say this to my children. And I knew what she meant. Loosely translated, that means I need you to stop and put that down. Or the cat is gonna die. That's what parenthood does to a perfectly good human being. This articulate, intelligent woman I met 23 years ago now says this. No, if you don't, because I'm just, try. That was a poem I just read to you people. That is 8 sentences shoved into one mad haiku. That's what that is. You lose control over your mouth when you become a parent. And when it starts happening, you cannot believe it's you. Here's my story on that same topic. I have a preteen daughter now, and yes, you should pity me a lot. I had no idea. When your sweet little girl becomes a preteen, you cannot be prepared for that moment. It's like being in a Transformer movie. You know? Oh, a cool car. Big scary robot. What's happening? My daughter sprained her forehead from rolling her eyes too hard. That happened. She actually saw the back of her neck. It was impressive. Whatever, Dad. How has preteen daughter not been a James Bond villain? How has that not happened? You'll never get away with this. Your face won't get away with this. When you have a preteen daughter, you cannot fight every fight. You cannot argue every argument because they're circular and psychotic. They don't make sense and they'll make you insane. So you can't start the argument. You can't light the fuse. You can't say things like, hey, it's kind of chilly. You might want to put on a jacket. That's a real argument I had because I asked her to put on a jacket. You know what she told me? Dad, it makes me look poofy. It's a jacket. That's not a thing. Nobody's gonna see you walk by. Is that an angry bag of tapioca? I'm offended by this. The arguments with a preteen daughter are crazy to the point where the one I'm gonna tell you about, I don't remember the topic of the argument. I don't remember what we were arguing about. That's how stupid it was. It could have been something like I said, hey, breathing is good, and then she stopped breathing. Why'd you stop breathing? Well, you don't understand me. It could have been that. I don't remember the topic of the argument, partly because what I do remember is what I said to my daughter, who I love dearly. I love this girl so much, but in this moment, I was getting uptight, I was getting angry, and in the middle of this argument, folks, not proud, here's what I said to my own daughter. You know what? I'm gonna fart on your neck. I said that. What is wrong with me? Why would you say that to any human being on the planet ever? When I heard it, I went, oh, please don't have been me. Was that me, really? What a bizarre thing to say. Plus, it doesn't exist. I said something that isn't real. I am not calling my own bluff here. It's not like, okay, put on some goggles and a turtleneck. Let's get started. It's not. And by the way, once you've said that, walk away. You are done. You have lost the argument. And you don't just lose that moment, you lose for a while, because try parenting after you said that to your preteen daughter. There's nothing you can do. Hey, I'm gonna need you to clean your room. Oh, are you gonna fart on my neck, Dad? Maybe start with a toe burp, see if I learn anything. That's when you tap out. Mom, you're in. Boom. I am not good at this. Parenthood makes you crazy. You make up rules. You're just trying to survive, so rules just get made up. One time my son called me right before I was about to go on stage. He said, Dad, I have to finish that math project by tomorrow. I need a protractor. Can you grab a protractor on your way home? I said, son, I got 2 shows tonight. By the time I get home, you're going to be asleep. Why don't you ask your mom to take you to the store and get a protractor? And my son says, oh, no, Dad, the bra came off. I'm sorry, what was that you said, son? I didn't hear what you said. What was that again? No, Dad, once the bra comes off, we can't leave the house. Well, I was not consulted on this new rule. And that's a real thing in my house that I did not know was happening. If it's summertime and you see a woman in a store wearing a parka, she is mad. And I couldn't believe it. And then I became very envious because I have nothing like that in my life at all. I can't take off a sock and go, oh, that's it. Oh, yeah. Put your jackets away. We're not going anywhere. You better hope there's not a fire. We're dying in here. Oh, let the ankles breathe. My kids have Hawaiian features, but they definitely have my wife's Irish Texas skin. So when we're in Hawaii and they're playing with their cousins, doesn't matter how far away, I know which two are mine, you know? Like a couple of Twinkies and a bowl of ding-dongs. It is very obvious. My culture is very important to me, you know? I grew up in Hawaii, it's a lot of who I am. So even though my kids are being raised in Seattle, I want them to be close to that culture. So I'm very proud to say that since she was 5, my daughter has danced the hula and she plays ukulele. And my son eats a lot and he's always late. So there you go. It's a weird thing to think someone on the planet is half you, you know? I read an article that ADD might be genetic, so I wrote a letter of apology to my kids. Okay, I started a letter of apology to my kids. They've come a long way. They gave it a name when I was a kid. They didn't call it ADD. They called it possessed by the devil was the term. We didn't have Ritalin. We had boiled chicken feet and pelt him with mangoes or something. Why are there leeches on my head? Oh, to suck out the evil, you little freak. I'm in an ADD book club. We get together once a month and just talk about the first page of books. Then we go outside and try and find our cars and we laugh and laugh. Hour later, oh wait, I didn't drive. High five, you win, dude. Once again, the ADD jokes aren't for everybody, very select group of the audience. And sadly, they are not paying attention at this point of the show. I'll never make excuses, that's my promise to you. I don't like the excuse people. I murdered because I have ADHD, that's why I murdered. You're a liar. It's impossible. Here's what happened. I'm gonna kill that guy. And, ooh, pie. Pie is ADD kryptonite. That is that joke right there, folks. Pie has kept me from my greatest accomplishments. Man, there's a Denny's on the way to everything. So it's good to be here. I've been traveling a lot, doing a lot of flying, and here's what I've learned flying through airports across America. Apparently, the smaller the town, the more I look Arab. So I just go to some airports in my underwear because, hey, let's save time. I'm ready to go. And whenever given the choice between the X-ray or the pat-down, I will always choose the pat-down. Number one, I don't feel like being radiated every time I fly. And number two, I can close my eyes, and you are whoever I want you to be. Okay, Anne Hathaway, you make this country safer. I'm helping America find it. They still take your nail clippers, but here's the funny part. Not only do they take your nail clippers, they're required to ask you why you brought them. It's in the name. Don't get me wrong, I am all for safety, but here's the thing. If you try and take over the plane with nail clippers, I will beat the crap out of you. I haven't been in a fight since I was 12, but it's go time. I got this. You have nail clippers. I've got an in-flight magazine with your name on it. And yes, that's how I fight. I didn't mean to scare you folks. I don't fight. It's very simple. Here's why. Well, 2 reasons. This ain't a winner. Try that once. Here's why I don't fight. It's very simple. I have allergies. You cannot fight when you have allergies. Do you know why? Because you can't begin. You can't start. Hey, you want to step outside? Oh, outside? No. Well, maybe if the pollen counts are low. I'd hate to get boogie on your fist. You're angry already. I'm going to take a Claritin and beat that guy up. Before I get drowsy, remember? You can't be macho when you have allergies. You don't even try anymore. Really, you're gonna take me down? So does air. Congratulations. You're gonna hit my eye and make it well up, just like particles from a flower. Look at you. You're like a dandelion, Hulk smash. Let's do this. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina. Get this, 20 Hawaiians came to see the show in Charlotte, North Carolina. 20. I was thinking, well, this must be witness protection program. 20 people made that decision. I am sick of paradise. Honey, North Carolina. Pack it up. I'm tired of 80% humidity. Let's go for 97. Let's do this. If I see another rainbow, I'm gonna freak. 20, there are more Hawaiians in Charlotte, North Carolina than there were on 9 years of Magnum PI. Once again, for those of you under 40, it was a show in Hawaii with no Hawaiians. My buddy goes, have you seen that new Hawaii 5-0? There's a couple Hawaiians on there. Okay. But here's a secret. They're Korean. Only missed it by an ocean. You never see Hawaiians where they're supposed to be. You ever watch that Pearl Harbor movie? Apparently there were no Hawaiians in Hawaii during World War II. Looks like the Japanese attacked Idaho for some reason. What happened? You couldn't find one Hawaiian actor who could do this? You know where you do see Hawaiians on TV? Dog the Bounty Hunter. There's my peeps right there. How high do you have to be to get caught by Dog the Bounty Hunter? Really? Wow, there's 3 SUVs, camera crew, and a mullet the size of a Clydesdale. Dude, I'm gonna wait here and see how this plays out. That's an impressive mullet. If you're gonna go mullet, go all the way. That is a black belt mullet. That is business in the front and Christina Aguilera in the back. It's like a jellyfish wearing a Trojan helmet. It's gorgeous. And what better way to accessorize a mullet? Yes, leather, absolutely. Leather pants, leather tank top, I believe that is. Where do you get a leather tank top? Masochist Gap? Is that a store? I didn't know Thunderdome has a mall. Seriously? All I'm asking is this, is there not a mirror by the door on the way out of the doghouse? And if there is a mirror, does he walk by it and go, yup, I got it right again. I want to look like the cowardly lion on a Harley. Boom, there it is. I want to look like Joe Dirt at a techno rave. Nailed it. Let's go catch Hawaiians. I was on Interstate 90 in Eastern Washington. I saw a State Patrol minivan. I'm going to say that again. I saw a State Patrol minivan. Folks, you know what would suck? Being pulled over? A minivan. That'd be a horrible day. You're driving along, no way. I'm getting busted by a family of 5? Really? It'd be worse than that, being taken down to the station in a minivan. Just, don't make me come back there. I'll be handcuffed in the back. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? He's touching me. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell, Taco Bell. So here's my getting pulled over story, which I hope you can use because I learned it the hard way. It is my gift to you. If you're driving in the winter and it's freezing cold outside and you get pulled over, just remember this. There is no law that says how long it has to take to find your license. I don't know. I'm going to turn in the heat. Now it's cold out there, man. Those of you over 40 can explain this to the people under 40, please. I'm really glad you came out. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you to Vin Angel. Take care.